In this video, we will show how to do Levene's test for homogeneity of variance in Python. So in this figure, we show two curves. In the left, you can see the dependent variables value for different values of the independent variable has relatively constant spread. And on the contrary, in the right figure, the spread of the dependent variable at different values of independent variables have very different spread. So we can say this one has homogeneous variance of the dependent variable with respect to the independent variable groups. And the right one can say there is heterogeneous variance of dependent variable with respect to different groups of independent variable. So because the homogeneity of variance is very important for most of the statistical application like linear regression or ANOVA. So we have to usually do the test for the homogeneity of variance before we conduct such statistical application. So levenetest is used for homogeneity of variance tests. And the null hypothesis for the levenetest is all populations variance are equal. So which means for different groups of the independent variable, we have dependent variable's value has same variance. So sigma 1, sigma 2 square, sigma n square represent the variance of the dependent variable with different groups, group 1, group 2, group n, in independent variable. So the alternative test hypothesis is at least two of those group of dependent variable will have different variance according to the different independent groups. So in Python, we can use the levenetest function from stats module. So stats levene data 1, data 2 with the center mean. So we can perform a levenetest. So next we will show several examples of levenetest in Python. So first we import library for the pandas, numpy, and scipy.stats. So in the first example, we will work with three groups data called group 1, group 2, and group 3. Each represents values in a list. Next, we set alpha level at 0.05 for significant level in the test. Then we can perform stats.levene group 1, group 2, group 3 with cent in the mean value. And the result will be a pair value for the test statistic and p-value. So we show the result. So the conclusion is that we do not reject the null hypothesis because the p-value larger than alpha. So we do not reject the null hypothesis. If we show in the video test statistic is 0.5 53. This is the result of the F-test. And the p-value here is about 0.59, so much larger than 0.05. So which means we have not sufficient evidence to say that the variance in different groups for the dependent variables will have different variance. So we hold the null hypothesis that the variance of different groups are the same. Next example, we have the same data, but we test with the scent at the median. And we show the result. The result is the same. We do not reject the null hypothesis. If we show the test statistic at 0.18 for F-test, and the p-value is important, is 0.83, also much larger than 0.05 alpha level. So we also have not sufficient evidence to reject the null hypothesis, and we hold the null hypothesis after testing of levenetest that the variance of the three group data are the same. In the next example, we will show working with a data frame in pandas. So we'll create a data frame first. The data frame has 8 observations with a family member, age, gender, and their location for the city, income level, and cost level. So we create 2 group data from this data frame called female income and male income. So it's the data of a series. So next we can perform the same levenetest as previous example. But here we just use the center mean and 2 group data are female income and male income. Then we print the test statistic and p-value. The levenetest statistic about 1.05 and the p-value is 0.344. So in this example, the results also do not reject the homogeneity of variance. So we can say from the levenetest we have no sufficient evidence to reject the null hypothesis that female income and male income have the same variance, or say we hold the homogeneity of variance for the female and male for their income, right? Thanks for watching.